Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. Sorry for the late delay. There's some information I had to send off and things of that nature. But shalom, Sister Linda Cross, Sister Pinky D, and Sister Patricia. I'm glad you all was able to make it in today. Truthfully, I wanted to come back on and see all this stuff that this guy's he just ripping this. He ripping some people's lives apart. But we knew that these things must take place. These things, and we talking about people losing their jobs, medical benefits. Satan got us accustomed to his system. And yeah, we could consider it a rude awakening, although we was warned about all of these things. Shalom, Sister Monica. I'm glad you made it in today, sis. We was worried. I mean, not worried. We was warned that this system would come to doing things like this, and here we are. We truthfully can't complain. We cannot complain. Sister Mara, shalom, sis. Are you welcome, sister? Now, so that's what we're here for. We're here to encourage on a daily basis, in order for us to continue our walk in our faith and with this awakening. But like I was going back, we was warned about these things that's going to take place, and now the gravity of them. Oh yeah, they hidden. They're hidden harder rather. So this is the reason the title of this conversation is that you talking about a tribulation for a nation, and when it's a nation with an S, because any type of residue that this country has, it's going to be affected just as much. Off the top, shalom, Sister Monica. It's going to be affected off the top, and we all very well know these things. This is real, and it's about to get a whole lot realer, if that is a word. But that's it's like in front of our eyes. All it takes is something of their line of thinking, of what they're trying to do. Because now, if you go back and you look at the Deagle report for 2025, all right, yes, I can see that happening now. And especially when you have a group of ill people. I'm not gonna say sick. I'm gonna just say ill, because some of these things we can work on for ourselves. Shalom, Yah Saint, and shalom, Sister Hazel. I'm glad you're able to make it in. But this is a lot of people are about to get a rude awakening when it comes to some certain benefits. That's what's on the horizon. And I'm not going to necessarily say a rude awakening. It may have to be a change of circumstances. You may have to look at different ways of doing things. But at the same time, this is that time for us to really concentrate on self-sufficiency, self-reliance. If you know any brothers or sisters out there that's a herbalist, we need to be knowing these brothers and sisters. We need to know them. Of course, right now, there is a pushing. There's a pushing of a God of this system. He knows the moment you brothers and sisters leave his wilderness, you're going to have a big banner saying, "Welcome to Yah's wilderness." It's totally different from his wilderness. And I say welcome, because it's going to be a blessing when it's all over said and done, and especially if your mind is right. If your mind is right, you look forward to going through the wilderness. Because one, you have a playbook that's written out our history book as what to do and what not to do during this time of sifting out. We have that information. We have that knowledge. We knows what the Most High is. What are some things that are displeasing to Him? That's one thing we do know. We have that knowledge, and so with that knowledge, it should be able to keep us. No, and it should be able. It will be keeping us alive, because we know exactly how we need to walk about in the presence of the Most High. Because this world don't have nothing for you. Only thing they're trying to do, let me take try out of the equation. It's what they're going to do. It's that beast system. Now, in order for people to have any type of fear, let's go right back to the lollipop. So when people started to get sick, and that whatever, because I remember when it first started, what was that? Italy took a hit. It took a hit. And so now, what do people do? When they see a plague, and that plague is real, when they start seeing things, when you see people are hunkering down in their homes, and they starting to see people just like waste away. But that lollipop was not the 19 was not a wasting. Usually that comes as a shock. That's where they came in at. But it did what it's supposed to do. I mean, at least from a plague standpoint, from a man's standpoint, it induced a great deal of fear. That's what it did. That's what it did. And everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, I need to stay away from that also. Some people went out there and did the lollipop. And some brothers and sisters I do know that did do it, they regretted it. And they said, no, I ain't doing that no more, and things of that nature. And I've seen brothers and sisters, with some health issues after that. That's one thing I've seen. But it just like, there was just something in me. No, I wasn't trying to entertain myself with that. I was doing what I needed to do for me and my son at that time, but taking a vaccine, that was not in my preview, period. It was not. And I stand 10 toes down on that. But what we're seeing right now is this is the introduction of fear. And we need to start bracing ourselves for it. Now, that your medical situation may change dramatically up under this administration, start putting yourselves in a position. Start doing your research. What can help this out? What can help that out? And then we're going to come to find out, hey, you mean to tell me I've been taking this medicine for so long, and you mean there is a herb or a plant or a food that I could have been eating? And that's what it's going to do. Shalom, Sister Kathy. That's what's going to happen. We're going to start to realize, you mean I've been taking all of this for this long, and this is what all it took for me to feel better was this here? That's what's going to happen. You're going to give a witness right back to the Most High. That's what you're eventually going to do, because they got our mind set that, hey, You don't want to take this here. You got to take this medicine. You can't take it with this here because it may have a reaction. You're about to be taken off of everything if it's left up to these political parties. You're about to be taken off of everything. Now they are talking about all of these things. They got so many things they got open up on in the books. It is ridiculous. But hey, this is their system, and they want to bring in something that's totally different. And at the same time, you got 2 billionaires that we know of right now that's going to rake in more and more billions for the next 4 years. Now, you think about that for a moment. Along with the power, the political power that is, and the money that they're trying to, I ain't gonna say trying to, that they can break in. It's like a done deal. And then rewriting some of the tax laws and getting rid of employees and things of that nature. All we got to do is think ahead of the game. That's all we have to do is think ahead of the game. This is what we're supposed to be doing, Israel. We know that we're living in a wicked and twisted generation of this system. That's one thing we do know. And so now, on that type of knowledge, we need to start putting things in place. Period. Now that Deagle report, when they talking about they want some people off this planet, it's becoming a more reality now. You're starting to understand, oh, wait a minute, these people are for real. I tell you. In the church. Shoot, let me well, I'm gonna say this. A lot of things that that's happening, a lot of these things, brothers and sisters, are happening for legitimate reason. It may put us in a bind. It may put us in a bind, but it's for our benefit. Because I mean, you may get, find out there's some here and that there, and whatever the situation may be, you may be, getting yourself stressed out about it. But once that does settle, you be like, wait a minute. You start to realize, oh, that worked out. And truthfully, the Most High is saying, just trust me. That's what he's saying. Just trust me. I know what y'all went through. I know what you're going through. And I know exactly what they're trying to do to you. That's the Most High knows all of it. He knows all of it. And it is not that there's something that is escaping his notice. It's not. Sister Linda Cross, let me tell you something on that. When people want power over you, they want you dumb as a doorknob. That's what they want. They want you dumber than a doorknob. Along with this awakening, brothers and sisters start awakening up towards alternative, to different types of herbs and medicines. Because we all know, when you take one thing, trust and believe, it's going to mess with something else. That's the thing. I mean, and one thing about it, it's not that no one is ever too old to learn how to do it. Man, take a seed and put it in some soil and just nurture that little thing. Just let the Most High do what he already got planned for any type of vegetable or herb. It's going to happen. This is what the world is. This is what the world I'm seeing. That's the way I'm seeing it. Is that it's like we're going back to our heritage, living off the earth. I'm not saying everybody going to do it, but living off the earth, Because everybody got different. I mean, I say that because everybody got different trades, different gifts, and I think that's what we're witnessing right now. Yeah, like I said, we're going to get a little stress may hit us. It may hit us, but we gotta continue to move. We got to. If we don't, we're gonna hem ourselves up, brothers and sisters, off the top. Off the top, we're going to hem ourselves up. Now, whatever's happening in the White House or whatever, and like I said, brothers and sisters, on that the employees there. If Trump is looking at the percentage of African Americans working in those sectors, yes, that's a concern to him, and I'm quite sure he is looking at that. And if let's just say let's just say his mind is to reboot the whole system, to reboot it, shut everything down and reboot it. Now, you know for a fact, if you reboot, you know who you gonna bring in. You gonna know. They already telling you what they don't want you in blacks in the military. He's bold when he's saying this, brothers and sisters. He's letting you know exactly how he's getting down. That red velvet coat, yes, it's coming. He's sporting it, big collars and all. That's what he's doing, and he got his sidekick, the moneymaker. Yes, he got it. So this is what he's doing. Now, I'm not in that man's head, but just to see some of the things and how he's moving, the things that he is saying, that's some serious implications. I'm serious. Or no, it don't take a rocket scientist to, just to look a little bit ahead of the game. Now, why is it that he do not want, or he's stopping the army from enlisting African Americans? Why? What is this man looking at? Now, I think truthfully, on that DEI thing, I think he was thinking that, hey, it's going to hit a lot of African American. And it didn't. Some, yeah. But don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. Anything that has the government hand in it and backing, he's snatching it away. Satan is saying, give me back my stuff. And if any one of us got any stuff that we may have, yes, it's about that time for us individually to start looking at other avenues so that we be ahead of the game. I mean, what? Yeah, you're right, Sister Patricia. Surprise? Yeah, that's what's happening. And you have Satan saying, welcome to his beast system. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. They're not trying to put makeup on it. They're not even trying. Hey, all they need is this system to dip off into fear one more time and call it the Great Reset. All righty. They looking at, all right, but we need to get rid of all these Negroes that's working for the government. I don't care if they're postal or whatever. We need to change them out. Yes, it's going to hurt your pockets. For a moment. For a moment. And if you have like some type of a retirement from, I don't even trust that, truthfully. Because the way they're getting down now is as if they're making laws as they go. That's going to benefit themselves. They've been blatant about this stuff now. This is what they're doing. And we have that knowledge. We have that foresight. And for you brothers and sisters that are chosen, come on now. The Most High got you in places got you going through certain things. Because now you're about to act. You got to stick to your game. You know exactly what you need to do. You know for a fact what the Most High has already told you. Hey, this is what you need to do. Be about your business, brothers and sisters. It's happening across the board. It's happening across the board now. I mean, used to be week by week, but it means just some of the stuff that these people have been coming up with. It's like, I'm like, what? Now, brothers and sisters, I really want y'all to understand this. Let's go back last year when the entertainment field was got hit. Now, think about this for a moment. The entertainment field was calling out people in their shady life. Let's just take it like this: that it was the Most High who put his foot in Hollywood. I'm calling all of y'all out. If you are a religious leader, a so-called musician, whatever, the Most High like stuck. Hey, my people need to get up out of there. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to show you what you've been doing. What all you've been doing in the darkness, I'm going to bring to the light. You can come out willingly, or I'm going to force you out. He is trying his best to save his people. That's all the Most High is doing. That's all he's trying to do. He has a desire not to destroy no one. If he got to pull you out, he pull you out. But if you got your mind set on it's like hell bent, or riding with the system, trust and believe you're going to die with that system. You're going to die with it. Ain't no ifs, ands, and no buts. It is what it's going to be. But now the Most High he's going to protect his hand, because he's going to say, hey, I reached out to you. I reached out to you, and you did not want it. Because trust and believe, you're going to have those individuals that's going to look back to Egypt. They're going to look right back to the United States as that support. And we all know, and we know the end result of that. This is what we're doing. I mean, this is what we're witnessing, rather. And brothers, things are changing. They are changing. That's what's going on. Let me read what Sister Patricia just texted. I saw a white guy who said his and another person he knows have stopped getting their social security checks. I'm gonna go on that one, Sister Patricia. I got something to say on that one. I felt he was cut off. Anyone living outside of the U.S. and draw Social Security. Now that's the thing. Well, you know what y'all saying? I seriously believe that too. Now that's one thing I would say. I seriously believe it been sold. Sold and near about restructured in their minds. And they got to see to it that things are going in their favor. Now, if they see something what they need to get rid of, trust and believe by any means necessary. If you want to, they know. I seen that that is, the United States been sold. I mean, I'm like, all right, yeah, I can believe that too. I can believe it. But there are some things that's happening, and I was telling some brothers last year, and retirees and from the military and city workers and things. I was like, look here, brother, don't be trusting in that dollar. We love to get into the scriptures and things of that nature, and yet and still we see a clear and present danger, and we just sit back and suck on our teeth as if that's not an issue. It's going to be an issue. Now they are living off of retirement that's coming from a government that's tweaking a lot of stuff, tweaking or saying, hey, I want my stuff back. That's all the devil's saying. Who are you to argue with the devil? Who are we to sit up and say, hey, that's illegal? They made the laws. You can yell it's illegal all you want. And you're not going to hold on to their thing when they want their things. And the Most High is not going to endorse you taking things that belong to Satan. He's not going to endorse it. This is that time where we have to re-evaluate ourselves, re-engineer our mindset, and to know when, hey, there's a time you need to let go. And we are just like at the beginning of it. It's when it's getting real, when things like, wait a minute, we all on the same totem pole. When I tell you about that nonsense that we was probably dealing with last year, yeah, that stuff kind of died down. Because now we seeing a clear, present danger for us. This is what we're seeing. We're noticing these things. This is not that time to be like thinking that their laws that they're going to abide by. This is not, I mean, I'm not even trying to fool myself on that. Now we can continue to use it, so be it. Use it to your benefit, but at the same time, use it where you can get yourself out of a particular predicament that will free you up from their system. Because if we come up under that beast system individually, somebody's going to get hemmed up when you're dealing with that beast system. And the beast system letting you know exactly how they getting down. They know exactly, telling you exactly what they're doing, what their mindset is. But yet and still, you're going to have some individuals who's going to be hungry, who's going to be fearful and hungry at the same time. And when Hashatan comes in, hey, welcome to the beast system. You're gonna be wearing a beast like it's something to be proud of. But when you hungry and you nurturing fear at the same time, oh yeah, you go do something. You're going to do something. A leopard perched on a tree branch. And so, I mean, my thing is this, brothers and sisters, is the situation demands careful assessment. We have a road in front of us. We do. We have a road in front of us, and it's a very serious one. We're going to make a decision. Shalom, we got next. We are being introduced to the Most High's wilderness, and spiritually speaking, that's something we need to keep on our hearts and mind. Now, the fear of what they're trying to bring on, let the fear come. The Most High said that he already told us what he's going to do for his people. He said this. And now this will be left up to us how we're going to maintain our faith in him. That's where that faith is going to, that's where it's going to play into. Whom do you trust? Are you going to be one of those 10 spies? That's the question. Are you going to be one of those 10 spies that came back with a bad report? Yeah, you may see something. We're going to see some horrific things. You're going to see people dropping. You're going to see people dropping. I'm talking about dead. Dealing with some type of sickness or whatever. It's only to bring out that fear in you. What was that? Will Smith did this movie with his son. I forgot the name of it. Something had to do with Earth. But anyway, this particular creature, it tracked down people They gave off this scent when they dove off into fear. And so that's how that animal would track them down, just smelling the scent of fear. That's Satan. And if he gets upon you, he realizes that you have that particular smell of fear, yeah, he's going to come around you. He's going to make sure you see some things just so you can get deeper and deeper into that fear. Where that you will fold up and bow down to his beast system. Shoot, yeah, I mean, yeah, people are dying now. I mean, what? I mean, you have all of these things. Well, I mean, well, I don't even call it fog. I was saying, I just don't know what truthfully, I don't know what it was. I call it a cloud that just stood still, you know. But we need this, brothers and sisters. We need to maintain our faith. Project Coach there, Dr. All right, I'm gonna check that out. Let me see. Into Project Coast. Well, what information you have on that, bro? We got next, Dr. Larry Ford. That name sounds familiar, though. It sounds familiar. But I tell you, because Hashitan system has to show itself. It has to. It's time. It's dealing its own time. It's on a time basis, rather. Because, hey, if he don't do something, now if he feel that his time is fast approaching, his judgment, and he don't start putting things in place, he got to put things in place. Trust and believe. When Satan is in his abyss, brothers and sisters, do you all know that he got things already still in place with outside of his presence? You talking about they talking about these people talking about doing AI and all that stuff. All right, go with it. He got people used to technology. This is what he has. You know, this is what all he's trying to do. Now if you want to talk about looking past the present, yes, that's one thing he does. He looked past the present. He contends with the future. And it's all against the Most High because of his jealousy. Shalom, Brother Dave. I'm glad you made it in today, bro. Because of his jealousy, he got things and got people so hooked and deceived at the same time on lies. And truthfully, and it affected us because we feel, oh no, the government can't do that, and so. The government can do what it wants. The government is going to start showing itself exactly how they getting down and how they will get down. And we can sit up here and call it the Great Reset. Yeah, let's call it that. Because they're going to bring in that beast system. And you're talking about a reset? Hey, get the majority of the African Americans out from under the employment of the government. Get them out. And then, hey, let's bring in our people. What do you think is going to happen? But well, who's that? What's in it? Teo Ministry did something a couple of years ago. And they were saying by the year 2050 that African Americans will be at zero income. Think about that, brothers. Just let that sink in. What he's doing right now, what is this? This is 2025. 5 years from now, it'll be 2030? This stuff is not far off. This stuff is not far off. This is where they, all right, hold on. Uh, oh, brother, yeah, we gonna talk about that too, cause they over there plumb acting a fool. We got next. That's the thing. But we seeing what they're trying to bring in, and it's time for us to break camp and get out. That's what it's boiling down to. Now, we got next stated. All right, Project Coast was a South African apartheid program to devise a biological weapon that was raised specific to eliminate. Oh yes, I can believe that. I can believe that, bro. We got next. No, very much. I mean, if I just want to stick with HIV, that was something they did. So I mean, I don't put them. I do not put nothing past these people. This system, I don't. What a lot of brothers and sisters are speaking about, preaching about, this is some deadly stuff that, truthfully, if you go back maybe 30 years ago, and you had a brother right here speaking the way we speaking, now somebody will go be up on you. This is, yeah, you're right, Sister Monica. It's very demonic. It's like the devil is showing himself. If he's walking down the street with some Air Nikes on, he's going to eventually show himself stepping out like that, hoodie and all. I'm telling you, this is the system. This is the time, rather, where we need to start bracing our minds and our hearts, because if you're paying attention, and this is not no fear factor. This is about our faith factor. This is what this is what this is about. We're not trying to sit up here and find fear in the truth. We find faith in the truth, and we move on, stay strong. That's it. You know, everything that the devil has put out there, brothers and sisters, has been mostly against 99.9 against us. That's what it was. And I tell you, it would appear to me that there is still some confusion with this new government or new administration. There's some confusion that's going on, because it ain't like they're going to be expert as, I mean, to get to a point where you're going to be taking out people like that. I think we're at that time where there's a difference that's being seen. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that, because we have other nations around here saying we need black people's help, black people this, black people that. Why is everybody reaching out to the people that's supposed to be the least of all people? Not supposed to be, but people that are least of all people. The downtrodden ones. The ones the world just came in and just wiped their feet, dirty feet, all on us. This is why is people reaching out to us? Well, yeah, because that light is starting to shine on you. They're starting to recognize who you are, who we are. He said that. He said he said he will not leave nor forsake us. Period. Let me see. You really have to look up because it involves an American doctor. Now I'm gonna check that out. We got next. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check that out. You know, you got a video too. We got next. I mean, posting. I got it. I'm gonna post and I'm gonna save it. Yeah, this is what's happening, brother. We like I said, brothers, and I don't think that we can overstate it. But trust and believe. I'm gonna tell you this though. You're going to see more brothers and sisters come online. daily. You're going to start seeing more and more brothers and sisters coming on YouTube daily. You're going to see it because they're going to start to understand. Well, I'm quite sure they're understanding it, but they're going to start speaking about a whole lot more things than what we may have been used to. And at the same time, they're going to like, keep the faith. All I'm going to pretty much have that same groundwork. Hold on to your faith because it's going to happen. I mean, we got next. That's the link. Wait a minute, hold on. Where's the link at? I mean, I didn't see no link. You just wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at something. It's saying, all right, I'm gonna just go back with what you got on, and I thought you had a link. Then we go post, and the other brothers and sisters can see it. But you're going to see brothers and sisters who they're gonna start opening up a whole lot more. They're gonna start having more and more lives going on. You may see them in the morning, in the evening, and you may see them like 2 or 3 times in one day. It's going to get that way. It's going to get that way. And the more that we speak, the more that we talk, that is absolutely a warning. For the Most High is using those brothers and sisters to do just that. Because now things got a lot more serious. The only time you're going to shut Israel up is when they shut this thing down. And I don't even think that's going to work too much. I don't think that's going to hurt. Because the Most High is going to he's going to let his people know. And now the day that we stop talking, the day that we stop preaching, the world needs to stand back and just shiver for a moment. No, they need to just shiver for a moment because it's serious then. It's absolutely on a heightened level now. And the only person that's going to really understand is going to be Satan himself. He's the only one that's really going to understand the gravity of what's about to happen. You're talking about leaving a demonic system and going over to Yah's wilderness. He knows that's 2 different worlds. 2 different worlds. Now, what we know what we got accustomed to and how we got treated, beat it, set afire. The history books they writing, they taking pictures of us and our forefathers, our people hanging from trees, and they standing beside it like, hey, this is a Kodak moment. This is what they did. This is their history. Now they're trying to go in on history. Hey, let's just burn these books. So in the next 100 years, nobody will never know what we did. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So now you go say that you're going to do this stuff on a global scale. That's what they're trying to do globally. It is just not here in the United States. We are in the 4 corners of the earth. That's a massive undertaking. That's what they're trying to do. And it is a very massive undertaking that they're pushing to get instituted out to the world. And they need the internet to do these things now. Let's not get it twisted. Because now to shut it down, all right, you shooting yourself in the foot. Somebody gonna have to stand up and push that stuff. Is it gonna be Satan himself? More than likely, yes. Because he's looking to push his agenda out there. That's the thing. That's what he's trying his best. Well, I ain't gonna say trying his best. He's going to do those things. But he's gonna push one button too many. And it's going to cost him dearly. It's going to cost him dearly. This is not that time, brothers and sisters, that we need to be what's the word? Caught up so deeply with our own lives. When I say our lives, I'm talking about, trying to get the newest car or expanding your house. What I mean, because those things can, all right, if your house need it, it needs it. But if you just doing something just because you have a few $1,000s, no, it's just not, it's just not beneficial. You can use that money elsewhere for your family. That's going to be more beneficial. Because now, what do we do? Usually, we got a few dollars. What do we do? Man, I've seen brothers and sisters go out here and get their income tax $10,000, and then they would take that 10,000 and you know what? Let's just take this personal. My sister got about that much money back a few years ago, and I said, why don't you get one of these homes just for the taxes? Because I mean, truthfully, my sister hate paying bills. Oh, I knew that. I'm like, why don't you buy you a house? So what she decided, she said, no, I need a car. I was like, okay, but you get the house and do what you need to do, live in it while but you ain't paying no rent. So I found the house that was like, down here in Arkansas, yeah, you get them on taxes. And I looked at the house. I mean, you see a 500. And so I'm looking at all these things. I said, you can just take that money, boom, you got a roof over your head. And if you need some work, go in there and clean that bad book up while you live in it. But just like the average Negro, my sister went out there and got an Impala with a note. With a note. And I'm like, okay, this just don't make no sense. Am I the only one that's seeing this? So she got that. Now, she what's the word? She $5,000 down. Let me tell you, I do not put no $5,000 down on no vehicle. And matter of fact, I write them a check and I post date the check. Because I know how the financial system is set up. They only took out back then. For every $1,000 that you put down, they only took $25 off your note. That's it. So I'm telling my sister, look, why don't you go just do this here? Then she went and bought the car. I'm like, okay. And then she deemed it necessary that she needs some rims on the car. Now, mind you, my sister, she didn't like paying bills. I knew it was about to happen. I was saying, sis, leave the car alone. I mean, what? But hey, just like the average black person, she got to be showing up with the Joneses. A lot of them. You can ride around there talking about rims and everything all you want. How you gonna be looking good for destruction? And come on. So eventually, I told you she ain't paying bills. And that car got repossessed with the rims on it. So now, so you right back at step number 1. What? Step number 0. And I'm looking at this now, and it ain't just my sister. And a lot of us are on that same totem pole. I remember, brothers and sisters out here buying rims and everything, boom, and barely could pay rent. And it got so bad too. They started taking on a note for some rims, and we trying to look good for everybody else and ride around the same neighborhood, and everybody just as poor as the next black person. We got to get away from that. It's a distraction. That's what it is. It's nothing but a distraction. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we do like looking good. We do. But this ain't that time. This is not that time. This is that time when you like, oh no, we got to be on point across the board. Now, we always saying we got to work harder than the average person. And right now, we got to work triple harder just to survive. That's what we got to do. We got to work concrete harder just to survive. You already have a nation that knows who you are, and they still hate you now. Let's not get it twisted. The hate is still there. And then at the same time, we still in want. We need that medicine to keep that blood pressure down. We need that medicine to keep my sugar levels, leveled. We still at want. We got to get away from wanting from the nations, because this is a separation of a nation from other nations. When it's all over said and done, that's what we're living right now, as a complete separate nation. And we're going to have to really, literally fight to put ourselves in different positions. We got to use our mind. We're some smart people. We're some smart people. What is it going to kill us for us to sit here? Look at, I know that we have trust issues. We do. We have trust issues. We do. Brothers and sisters, whatever our issue is, let it be what it is. But we're going to have to come up with some type of financial thing that's going to protect each and every last one of us. I don't care if it's like $1 a month from everybody. Boom, it needs to be put in place, and things need to be put in place off the top. That's what we need to do. Because now we're seeing what's happening. We're seeing what this world is doing to y'all's people. The Most High is letting us see this. Now, don't get me wrong now. And at the same time, we do need to rely upon the Most High. We do. But at the same time, we got to have action. We're supposed to have actions as to what we believe in. We know we know what we must do in order for us to continue to live. And the Most High, he has individuals that he has in place for that. He does. He got individuals. He got his chosen ones that are in position to put themselves, or not just themselves, but put a nation in position to take over this, or to do this here, or to do that there. It's going to be about your belief. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that we did say, you know what, we open up, we did a fund, and for all of us, $1 a month is what we we put into this this box, and it's for our survival. All righty, boom, okay, no problem. You have qualified people to oversee that. So now they making good or leaving it upon the Most High. You had a brothers that pray, which is the best way for us to invest this money. Trust and believe the Most High will tell them exactly what they need to do. And then he's going to tell them what they need to do. A lot of us thinking that's far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. When I say let's not cut off the hands of the Most High, there's nothing that he can't do except for tell a lie. Outside of that, everything else is absolutely possible. If you just took one brother, and if he said, you know what, I'm gonna put into this $1 a month, and that $1, you never know how the Most High will use that. If he deemed it necessary, instantly it flipped into like 10 million. Give glory to the Most High. He owns all of it anyway. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is what we need to be doing. That's what we need to be doing. It's literally fighting to separate ourselves, at the same time protect ourselves. That's only, well, I ain't gonna say now only, but we know exactly that from the U.S. to Africa, there has been a great deal of persecution. It has. That's one thing we do know. That's one thing we will all agree on. That's one thing we go ahead. I mean, what history proves that. But cutting the Most hands short off and what he won't and will, Not do? No, brothers, I don't even think we need to be having that type of conversation. What, who are you of those 10 spies, or 12 rather? That's the question. Who are we out of those 12 spies? That's that mindset. Are we going to look at the present and get and fall back in fear? Yeah, and I know some brothers and sisters been getting some very nasty feedback talking about, oh, he or she preaching a fear doctrine, and that's what they say. Hey, brother, we got next. You say research on birth. Oh, brother. All right, let me finish reading it though. Research on both birth control method to reduce the black birth. I knew about that one. Was one such area. Goes in the managing director of I don't know, Ruta Plant Research Laboratories between 1983 and 1986. Told Tom Mango of the BBC. You know what, brother? When you said birth control, I knew exactly what you. I mean, shucks. I mean, what, brother? You go into trust and believe, especially in black neighborhoods in Chicago. You have family planning centers nearby, like churches and liquor stores. They're all in the black neighborhoods. Now, in the white neighborhoods, you would never know what their clinic is because, no, they go dress that up. They gonna dress that up. Black neighborhood, oh, they gonna, oh, please. They gonna let them know. All right. Family planning. You know, that's what they call it. In order to dress it up, that is. You know, because they knew, hey, these people, they drop babies like it ain't no thing. But the time is here. And the time is that we, like I mean, I keep saying it. We got to start making some changes. Now, whether we do it as a group or nation or whatever, it remains to be seen. I mean, there's brothers and sisters out here doing some things, but it's just a matter of we just sitting down, put our heads together for a grand shalom, Sister Van Pete. I'm glad you made it in. For us to put our minds together, because the way we're going right now and the way the world is going, we're seeing two different roads, brothers. We're seeing a road that they're trying to eliminate us, if not eliminate, or at least put them right back into slavery. Because if they're looking at a 2050, if they're looking at a 2050 where they're claiming that we will have a zero income, that's the thing, brothers. And that stuff is not far off up the road. It's not. It's not. Now, how they going to do it? I mean, that remains to be seen. But the fact that they put it on paper, that's an issue. It's a warning. It is absolutely a warning. Self-sufficiency, it sounded like it's going to be the trade of a lifetime for us to hop into. That's what it sounds like. And seriously, I seriously believe that's what it's going to be about. That's what I'm looking at. That's my foresight of the very near future. Because I'm telling you, we ain't seen nothing yet. Let the stomach start growling. Let the stomachs start growling, and we go start feeling some things. Sister Patricia, you said I pray zero because we are not here any longer. Ooh, sister, let me tell you something. That right there, That's the blessing. That right there, within itself, is the blessing. Now we can. I mean, when I say the Most High's wilderness, brothers and sisters, that is absolutely. There's nothing negative about that at all. Nothing negative about it. The actions of individuals, now that's a different story. That is a different story. When you have the actions of people during the wilderness, and it's going to boil down to how thankful you are, how faithful you are. That's what it's going to boil down to being. That's all it. What was some of the things that the Most High was doing to His people when they got out of line? What was they doing? Truthfully, they was always complaining about something. They was always complaining about something, and going up against Moses. They was going, "Who are you, Moses?" The Most High speaks to all of us. Jealousy. Oh yeah, we got that bad. We have that bad. A brother can have a particular gift or whatever. Jealousy kicks right on in. A sister can have a particular gift. Jealousy kicks right on in. And the moment that person may make a mistake, oh my goodness! If you want to talk about jealousy, man, please, we bring out the dogs. Oh, you said this and said that, and that person may have been wrong, but it's how we go in on them. It's how we go in on those brothers and sisters when they do make a mistake. We just like, no, I'm picking up this stone, and we stoning somebody. That's what I seen when it comes to Israel. This stuff is real, and we truthfully, brothers and sisters, we ain't got time to be contending our working on that. All of us is going to make a mistake. I don't care how you look at it. We're going to make mistakes. But the Most High is going to be looking at your action or how you come off on your brothers and sisters. He's going to look at you, and He just might judge you on that too. Because the disciples, they had the same problem. Their environment, affected them just as much as it affects us. It affects us right down to this day. Shalom, Brother Kenneth. They had a problem with who's the greatest. They was always arguing about it. Who is the greatest out of all the 12? You had two of them that had a private conversation with their mothers, trying to figure out which one will be. Can they be on the left and on the right of Yahusha? And when it came about that the other disciples heard about it, they got mad. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. Yes. But the same thing happened with us, and it's going to happen in the wilderness. You're going to have a brother or sister who's going to do this here, but one thing, this is the difference between that. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 or 51, the Most High spoke about choosing His governors. That right there has already started. He got His governors. Now, truthfully, this is just me now. This is not scripture. I would not be surprised this upcoming Passover. I would not be surprised if something of a marriage of the Lamb or whatever the situation. I would not be surprised if the Most High say, "Hey, it's time." Not necessarily just for an Exodus. This is going to be a marking of His people. I would not be surprised, because is not the devil showing his cards? The Most High, He's meeting them. All right, you put this, you bring this out. I'm gonna bring this out. My people gonna know exactly who I am. Just like you want to show yourself to your people, I'm gonna show myself to my people. You say you want to climb up and be like the Most High. I'm gonna show you how high I can go and how low how you going to go. Mm, I tell you, this path that we on now, it's a very serious path, and we got to continue to walk it. We got to. Um, Getting used to fasting, yes, that's what our forefathers did. I mean, and there are a lot of benefits to it. You start to tell your mind, "Hey, I don't need all this. I don't need all that." When the Most High told us that separate yourself from Babylon. When he talk from Babylon, that's dealing with the religion, politics, and commercialism. What commercialism? All right, let's look at the commercialism. What did the commercialism do? Buy clothes, buy shoes, buy food. 2 burgers, 2 fries, Diet Coke. Keep you full, keep your blood sluggish, so that you can just slow down. That's what the system is about. We got to brush all that off, brothers and sisters. We have to brush all that off. That's the system to which the Most High tells us that we need to get up off of us, that we need to be trying our best to separate ourselves from their, I ain't gonna say their line of thought, for what they're pushing out. Royal priesthood. I mean, sister, I was wondering for a moment. I haven't seen you, and I'm thinking, well, this sister she must have won the lottery, became a millionaire, forgot about her brother, went on about her business, went on over to Africa and just land back and sipping on some mango juice or something. But I'm glad you made it in, sis. This is where we what is this? These are the things we're going to have to put up a fight against, brothers and sisters. And then at the same time, put up a fight. At the same time, make some changes. And at the same time, make some drastic changes. Drastic. I mean, some is just like cut dry to the point. Sister Monica, I think royal priesthood, that's a sister. Yeah, that's a sister. She said, not yet. She ain't got the lottery yet. All right, I got you. Yeah, a lot of brothers and sisters think royal priesthood is a brother. No, that's a sister. But I tell you, it is a wonderful time to be witnessing these things. It is. Hey, and sister royal priesthood, I seen your message, and I was saying you're right. Right now, I'm trying to get things together. Just got all that other stuff taken care of. Was it last week? Yeah, last week with my license and everything. And so I had to interview with these people, and they want me on. Then I'm gonna tell you something, brothers and sisters. When you keep on praying to the Most High, and you keeping your nose clean, and you will go through some things. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're going to go through some things. Sometimes you go sit on the edge of a sofa, and you could be like, have your head down at the floor, and you're just trying to figure out, man, what did I do? Why is things going the way they're going? It's like I had to do something. I'm serious. Shalom, Sister Zenobia. And so I'm like, I know good and well I'm not no dumb cat. I'm not no dumb man. And so I'm like, man, I got this tray, I got that tray. I'm telling you, nobody was knocking, opening up doors. No. And then in 1 week, they start calling. Yes, we love to have you. Yes, we love to hear. Yes, this and that. And it could serve as a distraction. It could serve as a distraction. And that's the thing I try to be mindful of, because I'm looking at one, hey, I don't want no job to sit up here and take all of my time. That's one thing I don't. But at the same time, I got to be smart about it too, because I know what the end result of what I'm trying to do. That's one thing. I'm not even trying to entertain anything outside of that. I was talking to brother Galen, and we was talking the same thing. We were thinking the same thing. We're not trying to get bombarded with the cares of life. The bombardingness is for me to do what I need to do on these jobs, work on what I need to work on, and get rid of what I need to get rid of in order for me to go back and continue the work the Most High has set me out to do. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. There's no ifs, ands, and no buts about it. That's one thing. I know what I'm supposed to do. And now, whether I may be moving slow or not, trust and believe, the Most High will speed you up. You could be moonwalking. We're gonna turn you around and you go walk forward. Sister Nobi, you said, well, let me see. You know what, sis? Let me tell you something on that fasting. And you know, and I'm glad you said that, Sister Zenobia. Brothers, when you are going to start taking up fasting and things, do it according to your strength. Don't just jump into this. One, make it a matter of prayer and ask the Most High to assist you. Trust and believe he's going to assist you in doing it. And then, like with Sister Zenobia, she eat once a day, and sometimes that's how it may take people. I mean, if you're a person that's used to eating 3 or 4 times a day, full plate, start by breaking your plate down, and at the same time, always praying. Prayer is going to be a part of your fasting off the top. Off the top, it's going to be a part of your fasting is prayer. Because truthfully, all you saying is this: I'm trying to put my flesh back in this place. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing is putting your flesh back in this place. Because let me say, hold on, sister, I'm gonna, but didn't say. But I tell you, that fasting, yeah, it works out a great deal. It does. But praying along with that, the fasting is what you start to see, like what Sister Zenobia said. She eat once a day, sometimes, and I'm glad she said sometime, because sometimes that flesh it shows its head. But then after you got yourself there, boom, you go, no, I'm right back on the same thing, because eventually, Sister Zenobia's spirit is going to supersede that flesh. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You keep on working at it, it's going to happen. You keep on praying about it, it's going to happen. But then that's when that food go like, oh man, I don't need. I mean, your body go be like, what do you want to do? You go tell that body what to do. That's what you're eventually going to do. That's the beauty of fasting and prayer. You go start seeing. I mean, when you start breaking it down, I tell you, and you start. If you're not, let me see. You can be. No, you gonna start dropping weight. You're going to start off the top. You're going to start dropping weight off the top, period. And when you start dropping weight, there's going to be another way of saying, when you're fasting, that you are put that spirit is coming out. It's coming out more and more, slowly but surely. It's coming out. And that's what we're going into the wilderness for, is to weed out our flesh. Shalom, Sister Doreen. That's what it's going to boil down to being. weeding out your flesh. The flesh, oh my goodness, you want to talk about Israel and the flesh? We want some onions, some chicken, and some watermelon. That's what they was complaining about. The Most High was like, hold on. Did y'all not just witness me saving you? We're about to go through the same thing they went through. The same thing. The same thing. Now, Sister Zenobia, how long you been doing it? How long have you been um doing your fast? I mean, when I say I'm doing a fast, because she's not doing the same thing she was doing at first. That's the reason I said I still constitute it as a fast, because when you change your diet dramatically, and well, not necessarily dramatic, when you change your diet and you starting to see results, all right, hey, you keep it moving, you know. But yes, I mean, how long have you been doing this, Sister Zenobia? Because I've been doing, I'm going on a few months now, and yeah, I mean, I be saying I'm gonna go to the store and get another belt, but I never do. And thing, I was just saying, man, I'm gonna take a knife and put a hole in my belt, and that's about it, and keep it moving. But when I speak about the fast, brothers and sisters, it's there. I mean, we can start there now. We don't necessarily have to be in the wilderness to start your fast. You can start your fast anytime you want to. But this is my encouragement too. We ask the Most High for help with the fast. Now, for you stronger brothers and sisters that can do a fast, I mean, for those, I mean, yeah, we can have a zeal for the truth, but do not put yourself up under a vow that you know that your flesh is not strong enough to maintain. So do not put yourself up under a fast based upon a vow that is to the Most High, because He expects you to uphold that vow. That's just a word of caution. You think before you speak. Do not go out there and put yourself up under a vow to the Most High to hold on to this fast when you know for a fact your flesh can't handle that, because He gonna look to you to maintain that fast. So now, if you praying to the Most High and you asking Him for help to get into the fast, that's a totally different story. Just like what Sister Zenobia said, sometimes she eat once a day. So that's that honesty of a person. And that also is a person that understands how serious vows are to the Most High. Let me see what you said, Sister Zenobia. You going over a year now? Okay. All praise to the Most High. I got you. That's good. I mean, let me see what else. Yah Saint. The curses taught me how to fast. Growing up in Richard Allen, hey, you came out of the projects too. My brother, we never had enough food, so I got used to it. I know what you're saying, bro. I understand. I mean, but you know what, brother? That's that. I mean, that fast is good, you know, but it brings out a strength out of you. That's what it does. It brings out a strength. You get into fast and see how fast your flesh started complaining. Hop into a fast, and you know you used to doing this here, and you going contrary to that. You trust your body go speak to you. Your body. Oh, you want to talk about a growling stomach? Shoot, you talking about a vibration? You think you swallow a sander? That's how your stomach. It just growls. But the more you stick to it, the growlings, they start to die down. All right, Sister Royal Priesthood. What did you say? Mike, I am a full-blooded West Indian. We fast to hear. Exactly. After that, sister, let me tell you something. If you talk to I would say, I mean, I'm going to say it this way. When I talk to a lot of brothers and sisters that's from West Africa, whether they're from the Ivory Coast or they're from the Nigeria, Ghana, they always speaking about, hey, you might need to, when you got any type of issue, they always saying fast and pray, fast and pray, fast and pray. They understand the importance of fasting, and one, it is to hear from the Most High. That's one thing, because when you fast, your mind is clear. You don't have a whole lot of sluggishness in your blood. That's the beauty of it. And especially, brothers and sisters, and especially if you are a brother or sister that is up under extreme stress, if you are up under extreme stress, fasting is the thing, is what you need. Fasting. I would suggest you drink water along with it. But when you up under stress, fasting is what you need. That's what you need. That's the thing that's going to see you through. Because when you fast and you up under some stress, trust and believe, you're going to hear a lot more things coming from the Most High. And you may think you're going crazy. You're not going crazy. Now, all you got to do is just listen. Make it a matter of prayer. Is this what you really want me to do? Trust and believe he's going to answer you. And what you may think in your head, you may start to see these things. What you're thinking in your head, you may see them on some of your feeds. You may have a brother or a sister out here saying, do this. And it may be just a title that you was probably thinking about. Then you're going like, man, I was just thinking about that. All right. Then you may brush it off. But then you come back and you say the same thing. Hey, it's time for you to start listening. It's time for you to start listening. That's what this is what happens when you start to fast. The fast is fasting, brothers and sisters, it's going to serve its purpose. We know we're going to a wilderness. We know that we are going to the wilderness of Yah. And I'm going to emphasize of Yah because, hey, we got to get up under that rod. We got to be on our P's and Q's. We got to separate ourselves from individuals who's going contrary to the Most High. We know what our history was about with our forefathers. Hey, it don't make sense being that naive that you can't look at the past in order to predict your future. You have a playbook. You know the game. You know how you need to, hey, let's go over this way. These cats over here, they tripping. Boom. You know what, how, and when you need to separate yourself from rowdy individuals. You will have them. Once that does settle of this extensive exodus, and it's going to be extensive because you're talking about the four corners of the earth. It's going to be extensive. And I would not be surprised if it be all on the news. They may even put it out there as if they did something great. Oh, we sent those African Americans and all them back to their own country. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they thinking they did something good. I would not be surprised if they get up and got inside their little bitty heads and said, we have peace and security now since we got all of these people, these black people back on that continent. I would not be surprised because how they portray us as our sisters are hoes, our brothers are drug dealers, and they having any babies, not taking care of their babies. What else? Are we killers? Or we carry diseases? These are the things that they use their media to put their people in fear in order for them to turn back around and use it as, hey, we got all these people back on that African continent. We ain't got to worry about them no more. I seriously believe they'll shoot themselves in the foot. I'm serious. They would literally shoot themselves in the foot, thinking they hurting us. But now with some individuals, they're seeing the light of us. They seeing the light of Israel, and they clinging to you. They starting to see some things. They crying all on YouTube. And you talking about food stamps? You got more. I lived in Chicago. I lived in an area that was strictly Rev 29 people. And I knew a buddy of mine. He worked there. And so he was like, Mike. His name was Mike too. He said, man, look here. Don't get it twisted. He said, do not get it misunderstood. It's not black people that are on food stamps the most. He said, you'll be surprised how much these Rev 29 people get a month. And I was like, dude, are you joking? He said, bruh, for the vast majority of them, from the cases that come across his desk, he said no less than $2,000 a month. No less than $2,000. He said the highest one he's seen with this mother, and she was married. She had like 3 kids, 3 to 5 kids, and it was like $5,000 a month. So, but this is what the world portray us as we are the people that's rigging the system. We're not rigging the system. The rigging is being done by the people who own the system. That's what they're doing. Well, Sister Lana Cross, I think they gonna come. They gonna come. But you talking about a finished product is when they come. Oh, no. We ain't shipping nothing. Now, anything that comes off of this continent is already put together and it's working. You're going to pay full price for our excellent work. That's what you're gonna be doing. So now, yes, they are coming. Some are recognizing, and I say some, because let me say this. Now I better not touch on that. I'll touch on that tomorrow because I gotta have the scriptures open up in order for me to explain this, because there's one particular scripture I think that we took, or at least from my standpoint. I'm gonna just talk with another brother just to make sure that I'm on point when I have this understanding. But they're going to come to us, But this is what we have in store in front of us. I mean, we know for a fact, hey, we are up under scrutiny, and we know that our battle is not fleshly, but it's spiritual. Now we can add to our flesh battles, and that's living according to the world's diet. But we got to start separating ourselves from these things. And there's a lot of concerns that we need to be having about food. A lot of concerns, because they're not worried about the Most High. They are not under law. Oh, hold on just one moment. Yes, and so brothers and sisters, that's what I'm talking about. Is that it's our mindset that we need to really hone in on, and from our mindset to our action. I mean, if it had to start with fasting for a few hours, so be it. Make it a matter of prayer and do just that. Trust and believe. The Most High He's going to bless you with your efforts. You're going to start seeing things a whole lot different. You're going to see things a whole lot different. Things are going to happen to you. Because now You open up that communication. And when you fasting, just like what Sister Royal Priesthood said, the whole purpose of fasting is to hear from the Most High, to talk with the Most High, period. And so now the more you do that, all you doing is strengthening your spiritual side of communication with the Most High. Hey, this is why I say that's the whole purpose of the wilderness of Yah. It's for us to put that flesh in its proper position, keep it in its place, and we move forward. That's the ticket of putting that flesh in its proper place. And at the same time, stand on top of it, that it stay in place. And mind you, you control which one is going to be out front. That's the thing. You control that. It's up under your direction that your flesh is supposed to be following you, not you following the flesh. That's the thing. I don't know. Is he draining shoes? He can drain the swamp. Hey, you can drain that swamp. He can drain that swamp if he want to. All those dead bodies laying down there. You don't want to do that. You're gonna mess around and find a few of his friends down there. Now you open up a can of worms if you do that now. You better keep it well filled with water. I mean, hey, but I tell you, brothers, sisters, we are the ones that's coming out of that 400-year captivity. We are the ones who's about experiencing these plagues. These are some of these judgments that are some place, was it Japan or Taiwan, had a 6 point something earthquake. And then you had another plane that came down yesterday. Now, in the United States. Now, let me see. Well, brothers, my thing is this: be careful. Be careful. There's some things that's happening now, brothers, that we didn't hear about. Is it somebody who figured out how to come up with an EMP, and every time you look at a plane, they aim it at, knock it out, boom? Could be, I don't know. Could be, and things of that nature. But like I said, I don't know. But all of these planes falling down, nah. When somebody's going to do something, and it's going to start raining planes. Planes going to start dropping out the sky. If you want to talk about bringing fear into people, let that happen. Let all those planes that get going from here to there, but it's the one that seems that's coming here that's falling. And if somebody figured something out about an EMP blast, and they got that bad booger aimed over here, brothers, that is not a good look. Just think about this just for a moment. Let's just think this way. 9/11. We were shocked to see that plane fly into those buildings. You want to talk about it sat you down? That incident sat a lot of people down. It had everybody's mind. Oh, what's going on? Judgment. You're right, sister Kathy. It's here. It's here. In the residue of Babylon, wherever she may be, that judgment is going there too. And that's including maybe South Africa too. If Babylon is, if Babylon, trust and believe, there's going to be judgment on that land. The Most High is cleaning camp. He's cleaning house in order to prepare a way for his coming. He's cleaning things up. This was happening. You know what, sis? Let me tell you something, sis, on that one now. I hope not, sis. I hope that's not the case. If I got to get on the boat, I got to get on the boat then. But I mean, oh shoot, I hope not. But it seems, Sister Royal Priesthood, is that these planes that's coming in, it's like those are the ones that's getting, it's like they're getting hit. I mean, is this how they start nonsense? It may be. And this how they get people's attention? It may be. But it appears that it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen until eventually somebody going to say, you know what, man, bump it. Let it all rain. Let these planes rain out the skies. Then you're really going to have some fear of people, of a nation. And that's all Hashatan wants. It's a fearful nation. I hope we gone by then. I'm serious. I really hope that we'll be gone by then. I'm serious. And it could be that, sis. And I hope that's not the case, because sis, that's the whole purpose of me working, is to get up out of here, to go back to Africa, open up this agricultural business rooted in Hebrew gardens and things. And I'm talking about hitting that. I'm talking about hitting that hard. I'm serious. I'm not even trying to sit up here and pacify myself on that. I'm not looking for no little small personal garden. No, I'm not. I'm not even trying to entertain that. I'm talking about something massive, not just for me to be rich. No, let that nonsense ride. When you go be about your people, you go be about your people. Period. You're going to be about your people. I'm talking about working with different brothers and sisters in different countries. Hey, let's trade here. And I'm not trying to go outside of that continent. We got to help ourselves first. That's just my mentality. If Sister Kathy may be in, her husband may be in, let's just say, Angola. All righty. I need to look them up. Hey, look here, brother. I got this business proposition. Can we, whatever you growing there, what is it that you lacking? How can we help one another? How can we do business together? Because when that money is moving from hand to hand of a next of kin, the stronger we all become. And I know for a fact the strength of that. I know for a fact that is a absolute strength that you can maintain and could continue to do. Brother Ricky, he's in Zambia. Yes. I'm telling you, once these doors, these stumbling blocks are taken down, it ain't off to the races. It's off to a healing of a nation. That's what we're going to be doing. And I'm not even trying to entertain any selfishness. No, we're not. No. I'm not even trying to run with brothers. Oh man, how much money you think we can get out of this? And so and so. He worried about. I'm not even trying to entertain that. Because when you have something out there and you got a person that's coming in that's looking after that money, they tend to overlook just absolute goodness out of your heart. That's what I'm talking about. For brothers and sisters, I will say this: keep your head on a swivel. Let us continue to love one another and to work towards one another and work with one another. Yes, we have some issue when it comes down to trust. Brothers and sisters, we're going to get slapped in the face sometimes and things of that nature. Just take that L, keep moving on. Because trust and believe, we're going to come back together. We got to. This is a birthing of a nation. This is a birthing of a nation. We got to come together. It is an absolute must. And we must maintain that mindset along with our heart and that desire to work with our brothers and sisters. Hey, and one brother and sister may burn you. They may burn, but don't let it stop you. The Most High is going to give you discernment. When he give you that discernment, this person is not good for you to do business with. Listen to that discernment. Listen to that discernment. But the Most High may send that person who may be a shady person in business. He may send them my way. He said, now, this is the person you need to work with. And I'm working with that person. And I say shady because I may be that person that sit up here and put that brother straight. I'm like, nah, man, you ain't gonna sit up here and think, the Most High, yeah, he put you in right because he know for a fact I'm going to fight you for what you doing. And trust and believe. It's going to happen, brothers. We just need to use discernment. When it comes to, what, brothers and sisters, we all have our line of thinking. But you want to deal with those brothers and sisters who are wholeheartedly for the people. When you're for the people, you're for the Most High. Because the Most High loves these people. He loves Israel. And that's the thing. Brothers and sisters, before in closing, I'd like to thank you, brothers and sisters, for the donation that you brothers and sisters sent and things of that nature. Got some things taken care of. Now it's time to move on to this other matter of doing work with this company, getting things put in place on a personal level. Like I said, I'm hoping to be back in Africa, and I'm saying June. If not the beginning of June, the end of June, early July. But I'm trying to get things put in place. I'm buying. I learned a lot when I was in Tanzania. I'm buying what do they call it? The pods. Buying all of that. So I'm having a shipping container. I'm having a shipping container placed on my land. Because once I get it to where I need to do the tools and things of that nature, I'm not too much buying tools here because of there's a difference in the electrical power that is that be going in between the equipment. So I'd rather just buy that stuff there and put money aside just for that. But when it comes to those pods and things, no. I should put that in there and have all that stuff there because, like I said, I'm not trying to go on to the continent lollygagging. No, I'm not. A lot of the stuff that Brother Ricky, Sister Waters, they're saying, hey, this is what you can do, this is what you can do, and things of that nature. No, I'm getting information from them. Sister Waters, she sent me a website on to do this and do that before you even get there. And so these are the things I'm taking into consideration because now, hey, the Most High is calling his people to stand up and start doing things. If you are their brother or sister, that the Most High is calling you to do this or do that, pay attention and to do what you need to do. Don't let them hit you across the head. No, get up and do what you need to do. Get up and do what you know for a fact what you've been sent out to do. All you got to do is sit down and listen to the Most High and follow his direction. Be safe out there, brothers and sisters. And y'all willing? I look forward to having another conversation with you, brothers and sisters, tomorrow. And continue to pray for your brothers and sisters. We all need it, especially the brothers and sisters that are dealing with different sickness, any type of persecution. They are up under it. And we should be there praying for our brothers and sisters and trust and believe. Those prayers, they do work. They do work. They do work. And on that note, brothers and sisters, I will say shalom. Take care. Be safe.